Hi, everybody. Hi. Happy Thursday night. And we are here live tonight for a Reshape Roundup with Ethna. Hi, Ethna. Just going to check that everyone can see us and hear us. How are you? You are out in Calgary, right?
I am.
What's happening in Calgary?
Right now, there's no snow, which is a big bonus.
Good, always good.
Not as nice as Arizona, but I'll take it.
Yes. And you did so interesting, right? I think this is really interesting for people to know that your whole period in the program, because you are a retired teacher, correct?
Yeah.
And your whole period in the program, you did while you were away, not even in your house. So maybe we can talk about that a little bit as well in terms of space, because some people worry about the amount of space that they need for the program. So
space was a problem.
Yeah, but you got it done and you got amazing results.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Ethna, and how you were feeling before you found the Reshape method and what you were looking for, or if you had even given up looking for stuff.
Well, you never give up looking.
Hoping against hope, right?
Yes, hoping against hope.
So how old are you, if you don't mind telling us?
I am still 56 for 12 more days.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
So yes, I am a retired teacher. I used to be athletic in my former life and before kids, but I've had, I don't know, I was very athletic. I felt I was strong, and I played basketball, volleyball, tennis, team sports. I have never been one for wanting to work out, but things after I had kids and even a little bit before, I had fibromyalgia, and that really knocked me for a loop, and I never felt like I would be able to just jump up and run to the car and get something. I was that kind of laid out with it. But eventually, after my third baby, which is what I would prescribe to anyone, having babies gets rid of fibromyalgia. I know a man told me one of the many things I went to for that said that he knew a woman who had 10 kids because she only felt good when she was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So anyways, after my first, it came back, and then I had kind of two in quick succession, and then knock wood, it went away and never came back. So I don't even actually like to say the word fibromyalgia in case it hears me.
Right.
But anyways, I was very fragile. I'm a naturally thin person, so it wasn't really a weight thing for me, but I literally said pretty much no to everything in my life. Anything I tried, I would end up getting hurt. My sons laugh at me and call me an egg. And if they're chasing me or just fooling around, I'll remind them I'm an egg. And they, they let me off. But
because you would get so easily hurt, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what kind of pain did you have?
Sorry?
Where was your pain mostly? Like, where would you get hurt?
Well, I always had pain here. I'm always grabbing at myself. And I have every little massage thing known to man to fix anything. And so I had a lot of shoulder, upper back pain, but I did this dancing thing, and seriously, I've never been a dancer. I haven't got a graceful bone in my body, but there was a lot of arm flinging around, and I hurt both my shoulders day one.
Oh my word, right.
Yeah, I mean, for a year, my shoulders were sore.
Oh my word, okay.
Yes, so ridiculous. Couldn't hold anything.
Sorry, you
my wrists were a huge problem. I couldn't bear any weight. If ever I did try to do a push-up, or a lady's push-up, because I would never do another, I had to have my hand on something that would hold my wrist, if I can find how to show it. It was always this way. Do you know what I mean? I never was.
Yes. Yeah. And how is all this making you feel? I mean, were you, because I remember when I met you, you were a little bit, down maybe.
Yeah,
like pretty much. You didn't really want to move. You said you didn't really move much.
Oh God, no.
You were giving me every excuse in the book why you shouldn't do the program.
Because I've done so many things, and I just, I would never keep up with it because I would always end up being hurt. So yeah, I was really quite depressed. I mean, super happy to be retired, but worried that I wasn't going to be able to kind of keep up. My husband was going to be like, oh my gosh, you're a deadbeat.
Right. And you describe yourself as a quitter, right?
Yeah. I start with really good intentions. I do. And that's everything in my life. I'm a big starter, and I'm not a good finisher at all.
Well, can you tell us what was different about the Reshape method that you stuck with it and you finished it?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm so proud of myself.
And we are all proud of you.
Oh, no, you have no idea. Really, I am so proud. And the thing is, I think what it was definitely there's tons of support. And as you said, I was giving you every excuse in the book why I probably wasn't a good person for this. But it just started out, it was very gentle. And I found it quite quickly rewarding. And I felt, ooh, I think there is a difference being made here. I would say by about week 3, the whole program wasn't too overwhelming at all. And the exercises were slow enough start that I didn't ever feel hurt. And I do have to say, though, that I finished almost all 12 weeks in phase 1.
But even just staying on phase 1 for the majority of the time, what kind of change and transformation have you felt? Let's first talk about the change and transformation that you felt in your body, and then we'll go to how that's translated to your broader life.
Well, I definitely quite quickly felt stronger, and with all the walking and everything, and walking properly, I felt I don't have any pain. So how much of a big transformation can you get other than that, right? So I just, I feel good. My husband told me I was straighter up, as I told you. He's good with words that way. So I stand straighter. I know that now. And I just really felt motivated. One thing that I really, really love about the program is how you talk about that when the idea of working out 3 times a week is relatively a new, sort of 100-year-old thing. And it's not how I have to live my life. So really, basically, I was living with tons and tons of guilt. And then it just gets overwhelming and I end up doing nothing. So I really was feeling in a bit of a huge depressed hole, thinking that I'm never going to be able or want to do physical things. So, and that all changed.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about it. Tell us how your life is different now to how it was 3 months ago.
Okay, well, I have never, ever, you wouldn't ever find anybody who was so against working out as I am. And, I was one of those people that things speak to me that say, exercise harder, die healthier. Right? That really spoke to me. Like, yeah, what are we doing? And so I never made time for exercise. It wasn't a priority at all. But I was able to change, my whole mindset kind of changed. And now I'm like, okay, well, I didn't do my walk yet today. So it's not that I'm maybe not going to do it. It's just, I haven't done it yet. I need to go and do it. Yeah. And I used to always touch the screen to see at the beginning how long is left in this 30 minutes for the workouts. Yeah. But now I find it's like the best thing is to say, okay, lie here as long as you like. That's my favorite line. And now I don't look at this thing at all. And it just, oh, wow, we're already there. Right. And it goes so fast. So, yeah.
And you said in a little short review that we put in the Facebook group that you feel like you kind of got your life back. Like you've taken life by the
well, yeah. I'm saying yes is how I think of it.
Yes. Did you say
I was always the one. People go whitewater rafting. I'd be like, I'll stay back with the kids.
Right.
Somebody's got you. It should be me. And, or going on a hike, somebody fell and is crying, I'll take them back to the lodge. You know, everything was, my immediate reaction was, oh yeah, no, I won't be doing that. Right. So, and now I still catch myself think, oh, and then I just kind of go, hey, actually, I could do that. You know, so it really has sort of changed the way that I look at everything. So I don't know. I really have a mindset change that I actually physically can cause change in my body.
Yes. Right.
Where I never felt that before.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about how you were feeling before, in terms of that, of not feeling like you could create change in your body. Did you feel that you didn't have the tools? What was creating those feelings?
I felt like I didn't have anything. Oh, I've got things. And always you should look good when you're working out. So, you know, get a good outfit is always very, but then I never use it.
Yeah.
That's me, the big start. Okay, I've got the outfit. Let's do it. I'm going to do this yoga video, or I'm going to do this or that, or dance, or no, doesn't happen. So I felt, I mean, I have enough of a background about exercise and stuff that, I think you nailed it when you said that, because I used to be athletic, I expected much more of my body than I realized I was actually capable of, which is probably why I just bombed everything. And you were very good to tell me, you know, go slower than that, you're going too far, you know, and so I think that's why I didn't get hurt. Yes. And I just, I don't know, I never felt that I could make change, because every time I tried, I just got so sore and stiff, and who needs it? Absolutely. Is kind of how I felt.
Right. Because what I've given you here with the reshape method is a bridge, right? It's really going back to basics, very foundational movement that creates incredible strength, right? Quite quickly.
It does.
Which is rewarding about it. Those workouts seem pretty easy, but the next day you know that that something's happened, right? And before you know it,
absolutely, but not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way, right?
Yeah, and I think that I really did take it seriously. I really did go slowly.
You did.
But I think that's the only way I could have got through it. Correct. So even though you say, oh, like that first workout, you know, I'm gonna get through it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not bad. But I didn't get hurt through it.
Yes.
But I did find them challenging. And you really were working things that you might not even know you had. I mean, I was listing, when you talk about listing, my whole body was listing forward, just how I stood naturally. And I don't know, there were just so many different things that all sort of, every workout worked on everything. And I just felt stronger and more toned and tighter really quite quickly. So I was really encouraged to keep at it.
It is important to get rewards quite quickly in a program as well, right?
It is.
Absolutely. You want to feel like you're seeing change fast, but not fast enough that it's going to create setbacks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because now you're saying you're playing pickleball, you're doing all these things, whereas previously you would never even considered doing such things, right?
Well, that's true. And also I'm playing pickleball, but I mean, I went over on my ankle at one point, and that would have been a game changer for me. Like, we're done. See in 4 weeks if I can make it back. But now it's just like, oh, okay, I gotta take it easy on that. And by the next day, I felt fine. But it was only because I think I had strengthened everything around that area, right? Just from doing the program. And I was kind of stretchy enough to overcome it. And I'm not stretchy.
Right. Yeah. Being, you know what, there'll always be something, right? There'll always be some injury or some slip or some fall. And the thing is that when we're strong, when our body's moving well, you can catch yourself quicker in that incident, and you can recover and bounce back quicker. So that's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And I did not have that. I don't mean it was a game changer. It was a deal breaker before.
Right.
Yeah.
good. So good to hear. So tell us a little bit about, like, what was your hesitation for joining the program?
Okay, well, I had a lot of hesitation, but mainly it was about 3,000 different ways to say I'm afraid I won't finish, and I'm afraid I'm going to end up hurt.
Right.
And the cost was prohibitive. I really felt, I've dribbled and dabbled in things, $50 for this program and that, and then, you got to get all the equipment. So, you're into $200 by the end, and then I wouldn't do it anyways. So, and the program costs more than that, but I think that it was a good balance of helping you with your commitment to do it, because it is a chunk of money. And I really felt, I don't know, I felt like after I talked to you, and I was just so wanting to make a change, that I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, And it's funny because when I talked to my parents and I said what it cost, and my dad was like, well, you must have a lot of money. And then I thought, that's so unfair, because I don't know how much money my brother's family has spent on the Y membership that they have over the years. And I mean, they're at the Y all the time. God bless them. I've never seen exercises like it. They're really, really into exercise. But the amount of money they spent, and my dad's golf membership and stuff. And I thought, you know what, that's so unfair, because if I look at it from that point of view, it's nothing. It's a drop in the bucket to what they've spent. And I don't know. I just think, no, that was really good money spent on me and on my future.
Yes. And this is the important thing to understand, right? About the program, the fact that it is foundational, the fact that it is this bridge from where you are now. It will take you to this new place where you want to be, right? As a confident, strong mover, right? And maybe we can go in a little bit later through some details of the program of, why it is the cost it is, because it's not just an exercise program. It's so much more.
No, it is absolutely not. No.
But it's like, this is the rest of your life. And you really put a price on that.
No. And I just really, I remember saying in the very beginning when I was trying so hard not to take the program and you were encouraging me to take it, that if I finish this and feel good, I will be your number one promoter, because it'll be, first of all, unheard of for me to finish it. And it just seemed like it would be such a gift if I could finish it. And now here I am at the other end of it, and I just feel fantastic. And I don't know, I can't tell you how grateful I am, because it really was a wonderful program. And it's not just exercise. The amount of time that you spend one-on-one and in groups, and I have to say I didn't do the group things enough because I was retired and very busy. Like shopping and going to eat meals at 3 p.m, because these people have to be in bed by 6. But yeah, when I think about that and think about, say, a personal trainer type person, which I couldn't tell you how much they cost, but I'm sure it's a lot, because I would never have gone to one, because that would have meant they'd been shouting at me and I'd had to keep going. But anyways, and that's not my thing. But I just feel like I could ask you questions anytime. And there's so much support that, it's not an exercise program, really.
And
it's really quite life-changing.
Right. Yeah. I call it a whole body, whole being program, right? Because it changes you at a level of being that you would have never even considered, right?
It's true. It's very true. Yeah. And I'm not a Facebook person, so I don't know, I just really didn't kind of latch onto that part of the program. And I'm not someone who struggles with weight. God love me. I have always joked that I'm a fat person stuck in a skinny body, because I do like to eat and I do like my sweets. But I did do the sort of window of not eating that you talked about. I did really try to do that, where, you sort of stop eating after supper and give your body a good long time to to go without food, to not raise my cortisol levels. Look at that. I should, good words.
How were the those private sessions that you get with me? What were you expecting from those, and how did you find them?
I don't know what I was expecting, but I found them very, very helpful, and just things that you would never think of.
But in terms of like your movement cheats and
just that just a slight change to how far apart your feet are, or just a little bend at the waist or something, and how different it is. And so I found that was really great, and they're well placed too, because you sort of leave us alone to get your way through a couple of weeks, right? And then you're there to say, okay, let's have a look at how you're doing and how you're doing that, and let's get it right. And it definitely, every time I had one of those with you, I was like, oh, okay, I'm doing that right. Pez dispenser, what's that? Totally wasn't doing that. Right. But I did, in one of the group sessions, I was like, oh, that's what she means. Mm-hmm. First of all, I can't even remember what Pez dispensers look like or how they work. I mean, but anyways, I found them extremely valuable.
Fantastic. Good. And it's really, that because we only know what we know. The body only knows one way to move. And what's so amazing is if you point out, where your cheats are, where your compensations are, that's what creates the real reshape, right? Because I could give people the exercises and say, off you go, here they are. And a lot of people ask me if they could just buy the exercises. That's not going to give you any change or transformation. So maybe you can help me explain that to people, why that wouldn't.
Okay, well, for one thing, just in terms of doing it against a wall, in which in a trailer, there's no walls, let me tell you. But anyways, to do the tricep dips against the wall. So you were watching me do that. And it was very obvious quite quickly that I was in no place near ready to do a tricep dip, and that I just really needed to stand against the wall. And that's it. I'm embarrassed to say that's as much as I needed to do to strengthen what I needed to strengthen. And so if I had just had the exercise and no kind of coaching with it and modifications, and I did need a lot of modifications. I went very, very slowly, but I don't care. And now I'm doing all of the phase 2 exercises, and I'm getting better. I mean, plank, I don't even want to walk on a plank, never mind hold a plank. And now I'm getting close. And sort of every time I think, oh, I couldn't do this many last time. And, and I can't believe how much I can do on my wrists now.
That's huge. That is.
Yeah. You used to say, get in a table. I'd be like, God, I hate the tube.
Because being able, to build up the strength, and it's whole body strength that allows you to be on your wrists. Super, super important, right? To keep foot mobility and wrist strength as we age, because that affects the strength of the whole upper body. So that is great to hear. Thank you for telling me that. So what would you say to people who are on the fence? Who, a lot of people have gone through the walking challenge and they know all about the program and all about my different approach. What would you say to people who are on the fence thinking about it and thinking, well, is this really different to all the other hundreds of things out there, and will it work for me? Because everybody thinks that, something won't work for them. I know I do always.
Like, oh, good. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, no. But okay. So what would I tell them? I would say that it's the single best investment I've ever made in myself.
That's a big statement.
It really is. I really do feel that. And I'm not just saying it, but because I told you I'd be your best promoter, but I really do feel that way, that I just feel fantastic. And I just feel like a different person. I think differently. And I wouldn't have believed someone who said that to me. I wouldn't have. And I feel, I would have thought, okay, good for you. but that's not for me, but it really is, because really I was like a special education student, and a student of exercise, special ed in exercise, to go really slowly, and I had a long way to go. But I think that if you're on the fence, that it's money that you will be glad that you spent. And my husband is very glad that I spent the money, and he's a little bit not so, he's like, okay. But again, my history of quitting things is hard, but I mean, I would have done it anyways, even if he didn't want me to.
Why is he glad that you did the program?
Because he sees such a difference in me. Because I was always hurt, and now I'm not, and now I'm willing to go for a bike ride. I'm willing to just say yes to things. So yeah, he's very proud of me and very, very happy with the results, and how dogged I was at keeping up with it. He was pretty shocked. So so my advice to someone who's sitting on the fence is you will not regret it at all.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming to chat to us about your experience.
I'm happy to.
You get a big completion badge from us. Big gold star. It's a big thing. It is. It's not an easy program. It's not a walk in the park, right? But
no, it isn't.
You get the results.
Yeah, it's true. I really think it was a fantastic program, and it's like nothing that I've ever seen.
Right. It's so hard to explain to people what it is, right?
It is, but I just think that you're doing such a wonderful thing for women and people in general, because I think men would do very well with it as well. And I don't know, I just have always been tight hamstrings, tight hips, tight everything. And I'm actually feeling a little bit stretchy, and I might have a portion of a bump. Because I have the flattest butt in history of man.
Oh, Ethna got her butt back.
Exactly, I could write a book.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming to chat to us tonight. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you. You're going to be staying on in the program. And remember, you have lifetime access to the dashboard. So can you see yourself carrying on doing these workouts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ever. Good.
Yes, I can. I'm a little bit nervous. I should maybe watch the level 3.
Don't watch it yet.
I'll wait and see till I'm ready. But yeah, so I don't know. And that's the thing. I don't feel like it's, I'm past that now, because every time I do them, I feel that I have a limit to what I'll do. So people might think, that's easy, but it's not.
Yeah, it looks easy. And a lot of people go through the program once, right? And then they'll start it all over again at the beginning and go through it again, because it's going to, now that you have different range of motion, now that you understand the movement sheets, now that your body's moving completely differently, those sort of easier exercises in phase 1 are actually going to feel more challenging than when you first did the program. So that's
that's true
about that. So let me know.
That is true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's what you're ready for. It's like, I mean, I did a lot of work with teaching reading, and 2 kids who are not at the same reading level read a selection, and they'll both only get out of it what they're ready for, what they're able to get out of it. But as you grow, you're better. You can go back and do better, get more. I really think that you're providing an excellent service.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your leap of faith and for trusting in me. And wonderful to have you in the program, and thanks for coming to chat to us. Have an awesome evening.
No problem. Thanks. You too.
All the best. Bye.